Alexis Sanchez.
はまた日本のペースになってますね。
はい。
Against the post, running up. And I'm afraid that somebody has clashed. Again,
From a fan running into the pitch, butt naked, to a player pooping in a match, Adebayor celebrating in the face of Arsenal fans, to Ibrahimovic being kissed in a game, these are the 23 wildest moments in football history. This is going to be one hell of a ride, so fasten your seatbelts. While at that, kindly smash the like and share buttons. That's not all. Subscribe to this channel if you are new here. Alright, moving on. Ronaldo's camel ride. All you know about CR7 are perhaps his goals, free kicks, step-overs, and probably his arrogance. But there is more to him. This is Ronaldo forgetting that he is the best player in the league and tackling an opponent like he's getting on a camel's back. Well, someone needs to remind Ronaldo that a camel and a pro footballer are totally different. You see, back at United, Ronaldo used to have a lot in common with Nani. Now that Nani is off the scene, dude has built connections with these players right here. WWE football. Just like Ronaldo, it appears these players have forgotten the difference between a football pitch and a wrestling ring. This scene right here looks more like a SmackDown moment, and it brings to mind the days I considered a career in wrestling. Just look at it again. What were they doing? They surely have some explaining to do. If you think this is as crazy as a moment can get, then you have not seen crazy. This next moment is as crazy as a tackle can get. Shorts down. Interestingly, while we all think this tackle was crazy, it is probably a creative way to tackle a player. This defender knew he would be considered a joke by the players, so he ensured he didn't fall alone. Your favorite defender would have taken this player down, but this guy right here was smart. He went for the shorts instead. Get pumped, bro. We get it. He was told to defend the post with his life. But what was this coach looking to achieve? Dude, that's a woman, not a dude. This coach just gave us a bit of a Rubiales moment. Dude is probably not attracted to women and would probably not mind hanging out with Ibrahimovic's Judas. Ibrahimovic's Judas. Back in the days when Zlatan was still a big name in Paris, PSG went up against Nice, and the dude didn't need permission to make his presence known. He didn't think of a better way other than a kiss. Zlatan's reaction is priceless. This brings to mind the moment some players decided to get cozy on the pitch. Romance. There will never be an explanation for what these players were up to on the pitch, but what do you do when an opponent is trying to get cozy with you? You see, it is easy to blame these players for getting a little spicy when they should only be sweaty. But what do you do when your opponent is trying to smooch you? Or is there a better word for what's going on here? You might want to tell us if you know one, but don't stop at that. Kindly go on and smash the subscribe button if you are yet to do so. This moment ended with a kiss. Gross, I know. But trust me, no one saw this next moment coming. A kiss for a goal. This player right here scored a goal, and instead of celebrating with the boys, he went way off the pitch to celebrate with his girl. This moment was quite beautiful. Sadly, the next moment will never be, even if there is a makeover. Show me your undies. Speaking of taking tackling to the next level, this lady right here felt an attempt at stripping her opponent was better than taking her down. This next set of players either ran into things or had things run into them. But before we go on, imagine a pitch invader with no clothes on. More of this later, but in the meantime, this player saved the ball but couldn't save himself. Where are your hands? This dude right here put in all he's got into preventing his opponents from getting a corner. Sadly, he couldn't prevent his face from hitting the wall. You would almost think he had no limbs. Well, sometimes your limbs can't save you. Balls are balls. De Jong was supposed to be contesting for the ball. Since the ball appeared out of his reach, he decided to settle for low-hanging fruits. This player from Africa felt the pain. Well, he really couldn't help himself, just like this dude who was almost run over by a medical personnel. Sliding medic. This guy was out for a moment and needed the help of medics, but this medical personnel had other plans, just like this lady from Italy. Ball to face. She could have hit the ball in any direction. She could have even been a little mischievous and hit it towards the hand, but no, she chose the face. Well, her opponent handled it like a champ. Sadly, we can't say the same about this lady right here. Football pitch to strip club. Someone needs to tell this player that she is on a football pitch and not in a strip club. Her friend just read our minds, and was that grass on her skin? How did it get there? Out of line. That's a question we might never have an answer to, but this dude looking to control the ball might have one. Apparently, he knows a thing or two about going out of line. Sadly, he caused a steward some discomfort. This next player made an entire football club uncomfortable, but just before we see who he is, please hit the subscribe button if you are yet to do so. In your face. Adebayor made his name at Arsenal. Strangely, it was at Arsenal that he also destroyed his name. You see, dude had left the club under controversial circumstances. The next time he got back to the Emirates, the fans couldn't hide their displeasure. They even called him unprintable names. Dude responded by scoring a header, and guess what? He ran the length of the pitch just to celebrate in the faces of Arsenal fans, who reacted by throwing objects at him. In the end, nothing happened to the fans, but Adebayor wasn't free. The man got slammed with a yellow card, a $25,000 fine, and a 3-match ban. I know this is wild, but Adebayor was being himself. Ronaldo wannabe. It was perhaps not Adebayor's fault that Arsenal fans were naughty, but this PSG player who tried shooting like Ronaldo ended up making a fool of himself. Ramos can't believe it. Dude was perhaps looking to prove he was the GOAT, just like Messi, who almost killed himself. The day Messi almost died. Ramos' teammate only missed a goal, but this is a moment when Messi almost broke his neck because he wanted to prove he was the GOAT. This is probably the luckiest moment of his life. Dude's fall was so serious, but maybe not as painful as this blow. Hit the referee. This referee is going about his duty when this blow hits him. There is a bit of an argument. He tries to be the hero. Sadly, he ends up the victim, just like his colleague. Referee to punching bag. Let's take a quick trip to Turkey, where the referee, who is supposed to be judging matters, ends up as the victim. Well, that's what you get when club executives leave the boardroom and head to the pitch. All this dude needed to get hit was officiate properly. Sadly, not everyone appreciated it, and chief among them is this club president, who thought hitting the referee was the answer. Well, violence is never the answer, and the French legend Zidane knows this too well. Zidane headbutts Materazzi. Zidane is unarguably the best player of French origin. He is a World Cup and a Champions League winner. But do you know what most people remember him for? The moment he headbutted Materazzi in the 2006 World Cup final. The moment Zizou's head landed on Materazzi's chest has got to be the wildest moment in a World Cup final match. But that moment Ramos pulled out Salah's arm will always be the wildest from the perspective of a Liverpool fan. Ramos versus Salah. You see, Salah probably came to play football, but Ramos wasn't ready to ball. Dude wanted to brawl, and when he got the opportunity, he converted the pitch into a wrestling ring, pulled Salah's arm out of its socket, and won his 3rd consecutive Champions League trophy. And we have come to the 2 wildest moments in football history. Pooping on the pitch. So we head back to 1990 in a match between England and Ireland. We could decide to focus on the technicality of this match, but what happened in Gary Lineker's stomach in this World Cup game is more important. Hold on a second. What could be more important than a game's technicality in a World Cup match? Well, Gary Lineker's bowel emptying is. Dude pooped in a match, and I'm sure his poop messed up the air in the stadium. If you think this is wild, you have another thing coming. Now, let me show you the wildest moment in a match. Dude. This fan right here runs into the pitch naked. How he managed to beat stadium security is talk for another day. But this moment is the perfect definition of wild. For his trouble, dude was fined $500 and banned from the stadium. Well, we draw the curtains here. However, which of these moments do you consider the wildest? Kindly tell us in the comment section below. Before moving on, kindly subscribe to this channel if you are yet to do so.